So in the last video, I went over day 1 and 2 and I delved a little bit into day 3. So for day 3, you are going to make sure that you are doing your green juice mixture. That's where we left off. For those of you who are hopping in, we are talking about a 21-day fast. In the previous video, we talked about what day 1 and 2 looks like, and we're now on day 3. For day 3, we are looking at doing our green juice mixture that we did on day 2, and we're going to start incorporating a smoothie. So with that, you do your green juice mixture. Ideally, you want to do that for your breakfast or your lunch. Really, the body is doing its heaviest detoxing between 7 a.m. and 11 a.m. So you try not to eat anything before 11 a.m. Try not to drink anything before 11 a.m. unless it is water. So go ahead at your 11 a.m. time, and that's still considered breakfast, brunch, lunch, whatever you want to call it, and you can do your green juice mixture. For your dinner on day 3, you are going to do your smoothie. Your smoothie should contain either fruits or all veggies. You want to keep them separate. As I stated in the last video, mixing fruits and vegetables is never a good thing. It's kind of difficult when the body is processing one quickly and still processing the other. You then leave food within the intestines that start to ferment and rot. So we want to keep them separate if we can. I know in the green juice mixture we do have apples, but apples is a carbohydrate. It's a great carbohydrate. It's also going to be a great breakfast choice for day 4 and on. But that would be the only thing that's in there that's going to be, but it takes longer to break down, just like the vegetables. So with your fruits, you want to make sure for fruits, you keep them separate from the vegetables when doing smoothies. In my smoothies, I would advise you to either get sea moss powder or sea moss gel. Very good for an appetite suppressant, very nutrient dense. It's going to give you everything you need, make you feel full and satiated. When in your smoothies, you want to make sure you have protein that's going to make you feel full. I usually do hemp seeds. Hemp seeds are amazing, amazing benefits, amazing for your omegas and other things, nutrients that you need, but it also gives you high in protein, so it gives you that feeling of feeling full. So it's going to be hemp seeds, sea moss, either gel or powder, and then my fruits or vegetables. And putting that all together, that'll be dinner for day 3. Going into day 4 now and on. So from day 4 to the last day of day 21 is where you are going to basically build your routine. So the green juice mixture, if you'd like to, you can continue it. You don't have to. I know with busy lifestyles, it gets difficult to juice every day, but you can do it on the weekends or when you have that day off. So you're going to do the green juice mixture if you choose. You don't have to, but you're basically going into your smoothies. You're going into, if you can do juicing, any type of juicing would be good, but you'll focus on smoothies and you'll focus on your salads is what you're going to go into. So, or just eating raw vegetables. So depending on how you like, I like to mix my vegetables in a salad. I like to have my kale and I like to have my romaine lettuce. I like to have my chickpeas. I like to have my avocado, or I like to have guac on there or salsa. So whatever you're going to make your salads out of, make sure that you're making them. Try not to go and buy box salads. You can, if there's at least no seasoning on them, or no dressing on them, because that's where you're going to find the negative stuff is in the dressings or seasoning packets that they put in. So if you're going to do a salad, just make sure it's pre-made, but it's dry, nothing on it. And then you put in your own seasonings and you put your own dressing. As far as dressing, I like to do kind of like a honey mustard. So you can do whether it's taking the actual mustard seed, doing agave, kind of mixing it together, doing some olive oil, avocado oil, putting it on as dressing and mixing it with seasonings. But you can make your dressing so that it's healthy and it tastes good. And that's pretty much what you're going to be looking at for the remainder of day 4 to day 21 is smoothies, fruit juices, natural fruit juices, and salads. And, filling those salads with, again, whether it's walnuts, whether it is chickpeas, whether it's avocado, things that are going to give you that fullness and that full feeling, that you would want to be able to feel satiated after you're done eating and not so hungry. That's pretty much what you're looking at. You want to make sure that your fruits are seeded. Your vegetables, if you're doing bell peppers and stuff, they should be seeded. So just making sure that, because then you know that those are more on the natural side versus the unnatural side, and it's not processed. Remember, you're not doing any eggs, no dairy, no poultry, no alcohol, no coffee, no sodas, no energy drinks, nothing that is unnatural, nothing that comes in a box, nothing that comes from a factory. You are not doing that. You're not doing any grains either. You want to stay away from the grains because your body has to take a lot of energy to break down those grains. When you're eating raw fruits and raw vegetables, the body breaks it down very quickly. They're simple sugars. It's not so difficult, and your body can get back to work in healing itself and repairing itself rather than having to break down food. So that's pretty much it. So pretty much you're 80% going to be doing, whether it's fruits, whether it is vegetables, whichever you prefer. I'd say definitely preparation is key. So you want to make sure that you go to the store at least once a week, get everything that you're going to need. Great snack items: blueberries, strawberries, walnuts, Brazil nuts, sesame seeds. If you're going to do any of your other fruits, things that are easy, grapes that you can grab. When you go, you almost like you're meal prepping for the week. You're going to wash everything, cut everything up, and be able to have it ready, because being unprepared is what leads to temptation and not doing well on your fast. If you come prepared, you have everything ready. Like I'll usually do my greens for my salad. I'll wash them. I'll partition them out into containers, cut up my onions, put everything in the fridge for the week so that literally for lunch, I just grab and go. If I come home for dinner, I grab and that's it. And things like grapes can replace M&Ms. Eating your strawberries can replace a cookie. Just those little snacks that you normally are used to grabbing at your desk while you're working or you're on the go or on the run, have them bagged up already so you literally can grab them and go and not be tempted to eat something you shouldn't. The other thing is, if you clean the house out of any of the processed junk, you also will beat that temptation because there will be nothing there for you to eat. You would have to literally get in your car or go walk down the street to the corner store and get things that you shouldn't. So the temptation is a lot less when it's not in your home. I hope this helps. Please comment if you have any questions. I'll be watching the comments to answer your questions. And if you guys need me to go live, I'm willing to go live. So that way, if you have other questions that I haven't answered, I can answer them for you. Love you guys. And I will see you on the 1st. And we will be going through this together. I'm very excited.